From basic security features to levels of protection that'll boggle your mind. Join me as I reveal to you the insane security features of the White House. Number 7. The windows. Pop quiz: how many windows does the White House currently have? The answer to that is 147, which is really high when you think about it, and that raises some interesting questions in its own right. Mainly, how can you protect the president when there are many access points to shoot him? The answer is that every single window is not just protected, they're bulletproof to the highest order. So much so that in 2011, a shot from a rifle hit the glass and barely did any damage. It's so strong that no one is really sure just how powerful and safe it is. After all, if you knew how strong it was, you could theoretically get a firearm that could pierce it, right? And there's the mystery. We know it's a type of ballistics glass because it's meant to stop bullets from firearms. But there are levels to that type of glass. Many believe that they're using level 8, which is the highest protective glass out there, but we'll likely never know. Therefore, outside of an RPG or something of the like, the president can go to the windows of the White House all he wants and feel safe. Number 6. Infrared sensors. Alright, so you can't hurt the president from a long-distance attack, so why not just storm the building? There are numerous reasons why you can't do that, but let's focus on the people who would want to sneak in via a blind spot or something of the like. Sadly for you, there isn't a blind spot on the White House. No, really. This is because they have infrared sensors that don't just cover the White House, they cover every inch of the White House. The exterior and the interior have sensors that will alert the people watching the monitors that something is going very wrong. What's more, they'll be alerted in seconds. And for someone who is foolish enough to jump the gate and just rush the building, you'll be picked up instantly, and the SWAT team on the roof will use their sniper rifles to subdue you. So don't bother trying to sneak in. You won't make it that far, believe me. Number 5. Surface-to-air missiles. Okay, so long-distance ground strikes are out, and close-up raids are out. How about aerial coverage? Well, ironically, you would have been able to do that before 2001, because after the events of 9/11, the White House area is now designated as a no-fly zone. And should they feel that any aircraft is en route to the White House, or is going to do things like launch a missile, they'll counter with their own missile defense system. Which is a bit interesting because the White House hasn't even confirmed that this thing exists. The only reason we know about it is because of a lockdown that happened in November 2019 due to a perceived threat. It was revealed to not be one, just an accident. And a reporter caught a glimpse of the surface-to-air missile system. It's heavy-duty and very much military grade, so it can take down any craft that dares come near it. But as you can see, they're really not messing around with the defense of the building. Number 4. Food tasters. How about we go old school and talk about food poisoning? You bribe the right people, get the right wrong food, or poison in, problem solved, right? Wrong. The White House goes through extensive processes to make sure that every single item of food is pure and 100% not poisoned. One of the big reasons for this is the president has a personal chef that is vetted extensively before being hired. And as noted, any food brought into the White House is checked for various red flags before being brought in for cooking. As if that wasn't enough, every president since at least Ronald Reagan has had a food taster who would ensure that no poison or other tainted elements are in the food. Barack Obama even refused to eat at a congressional meal because his food taster was not present. So if you're looking to poison the president, good luck with that. Number 3. Tours booked in advance. Wait a minute, you say? The White House does tours? I can get in that way? Well, yeah, you're right. The White House does tours that lets the public see various bedrooms and areas of the esteemed house of the president and his family. But there's a catch. First and foremost, you won't see every part of the White House. They're not that stupid. 2. Just because you're in the White House doesn't mean you'll see the president. And 3. Just to get on the tour, you need to book ahead. How far ahead? Well, the site says 21 days. But honestly, You should probably plan 90 days ahead just to make sure you get on the tour. They are very popular after all, and every person that asks to be on the tour is going to be vetted heavily, so be prepared for that. And if you still think you can get crafty, don't forget there's security inside the building and on the tour you're on, so they'll be watching you like a hawk. Number 2. Guard dogs. They say you can trick a human if you're smart enough, and that may be true. But when it comes to dogs that protect the White House, good luck getting by them without being seriously injured. The breed of dog that watches over the White House is the Belgian Malinois, a breed that is known to be gentle to friends and allies, but vicious and unrelenting to intruders and threats. They've been watching over the president's home since 1975 and have received acclaim for taking down intruders that their handlers weren't able to handle for various reasons. And as you hopefully know, dogs have greater senses than humans, meaning that if you somehow beat the humans, the dogs will get you in no time flat. And number 1, the gate. If you go to the White House lawn, the first thing you'll see blocking your way is a fence, one made of pure iron no less. You might think that this is an easy thing to breach, but you'd be wrong. The fence stands over 6 feet tall, and thus you'd need one heck of a vertical leap to get over it. And if you're aiming to drive yourself through the fence, you'll fail. It's built to withstand the impact of a large truck. Plus, in 2017, renovations on the fence were approved for the first time. So when it's done, the fence will now stand 13 feet in height, ensuring that no one can leap over it. And there you have it, everyone, a look at the White House and the insane amounts of security that has been put in place in order to make sure the president is safe. What do you think of these security measures? Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.